Aku sibuk.
Sibuk apa?
Sibuk kerja.
Ayu Petreny.
Hai semuanya, apa kabar? Selamat datang di Ayu Petreny dan Maad. Kali ini saya ada bersama tamu penting kita hari ini. Karena banyak yang nungguin Q&A Ayah.
Aku sibuk.
Sibuk apa?
Sibuk kerja.
Iya tapi benar, Ayah sibuk kerja. Jadi maaf kalau kalian sudah lama banget nungguin Q&A ini. Padahal saya sudah janji berbulan-bulan yang lalu. Tapi kali ini kita ada kesempatan sebentar. Pertanyaannya ini ya teman-teman, ada yang di community, ada yang di video yang lama, ada yang di Instagram. Jadi maafkan kalau ada yang kelewatan. Ayah yang jawab, bukan saya ya ya. Linknya ada di deskripsi. Saya sudah pernah banyak cerita panjang bagaimana kita ketemu. Silahkan dilihat di bawah. Expensive for sure, I think, right? Food.
So it's really a question?
Yeah, it is question.
I
It
don't
is
know.
question.
What's going on?
It is.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Really? Yeah, it's expensive, that's for sure. I mean, if you don't live near Indonesia, just going back home can cost quite a lot of money.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it's also nice because you get like a very nice summer holiday every time you go to Indonesia. So
Schedule.
yeah, it's not a bad thing if you can afford it, but it's not cheap.
But
Yeah.
other than that, I think we are the same like any other couple.
Yeah, and I don't really feel like you are very different just because you are Indonesian. I mean, your mentality, your sense of humor, your thinking is. Well,
Normal.
that's why we got married because
Yeah.
we're similar. Actually, when I was in Singapore, I think
They
me
offered. They
a job.
offered. Yes.
Just
But
going.
you were working in Singapore.
Yeah, and I was planning to stay there at that time, and it was a bit funny because it was Microsoft Hungary, but then the offer came from Microsoft Poland.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
take that with it
mhm.
or something
Yeah,
else.
yeah.
I'm a Microsoft person, so I use Microsoft products in my whole life. If you are familiar with it, Visual Studio, SQL Server, those kind of things.
But for now, I think you are focused on being contractor, right? You're not
Yes,
looking for
yes.
working in a company, so maybe that's a reason why.
But as a professional, I'm specialized in Microsoft products. rather. Oh, one more thing.
Yeah,
I prefer working for smaller companies.
and those are huge multinational companies.
So I did work for big company before, actually 2 of them, and I didn't have very good experience there.
Why though? I think most people, most Indonesian, even me, I like multinational companies.
I don't know. I feel like there you are just one tiny piece of the company, and it's very difficult to get recognition. While in a small company, everyone knows everyone, so they can appreciate your work more.
Makes
And
sense.
they see more what you are doing. You're more exposed. Because I hate the bureaucracy in a big company.
Politics.
Oh, yes. But actually that can be better in a small company too. Well, I can't have a baby, that's for sure, so I'm not planning to have a baby. I'm not sure about you, but I'm not planning to have a baby. I think one child is enough. I think we talked about this in the very beginning, and we agreed that we would rather raise one kid properly instead of having lots of kids and maybe not being able to give them everything that we want to.
I think people have different expectations. You know, we can't say that our kids are our piggy bank, our retirement plan.
No, I'm not.
It's
thinking
not
anything
like that. So it's our duty to raise them, and we want to raise them well.
I just want to help him when he starts his life.
Yeah.
If possible, like for example, buying him a house.
In Indonesia, we have this saying, banyak anak banyak rezeki. So the more kids you have, the more prosperous you will be. Well,
I don't know.
it can be true if your kids will be rich and wealthy, so they can share with you. But if they Don't?
Yeah, well, I guess it's also nice if the kids can help each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for example, if we have one kid and I can send him to a more expensive school, then otherwise I wouldn't be able to afford this school for 2 kids. That's for sure.
And
so,
we can't go back to Indonesia once a year with a lot of kids. It's just too expensive.
That too, and to be honest, I'm also a single child.
You have any problem with being single child? Actually, many people ask about Matt. He didn't have problem. Apparently, he has made Q&A. How about you?
Me as a single child? I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm a very introverted person. I don't know whether I'm introverted because I'm a single child, or otherwise I would be introverted as well. I'm not sure, but because I'm introverted, I have no problem being alone.
Yeah, but Matt is not introverted.
Oh, it's not.
He's a single child, but yeah. But I don't think he's lonely either. So,
no.
Yeah,
he has friends. Exactly. Well, I guess I don't like too weird food, too strange food, but I like koloke is good. I like that. I like chap chai. Satay is good if it's not too spicy.
Sometimes it can be spicy.
My tummy can't really stand the chili. Yeah, what else do I eat usually?
Gado-gado?
Oh, gado-gado is good.
If it's not spicy again.
Yeah. And you have the big fish, the flat fish.
Gurami. Gurami bakar.
That's good. I don't like ayam penyet so much.
Ayam penyet so
it's very dry.
Yeah, of course. It has to be crispy, and usually ayam kampung, it doesn't have fat. But here, the chicken thigh is big.
Indonesia is an amazing place, and I think I could live there, and I think I would enjoy living there, and well, it would be very interesting, but I don't think I could live in a small city. Because at least for my current job I do need good internet connection, and big cities in Indonesia can be so crowded, like the traffic can be very bad. So it's just that I haven't seen the perfect place in Indonesia yet. But actually I like the culture, I like the weather, I love it. You don't have to shovel snow.
It's difficult to get salary like European standard. I mean, we still need salary to go to visit Hungary or to visit Indonesia, so no matter where we live.
I'm not sure whether from a local company I could get salary, but right now I'm lucky enough to work remotely. So I'm sure if I could keep this job and move to Indonesia like that, then maybe I like the place. I could live there. I have no problem. So I love the people. They are very nice usually. Actually, some parts of Indonesia are really modern. Like if you think about all the skyscrapers and nice shopping malls and so on, so those can be very nice. But to be honest, actually, I have tried. 20 years ago, I did try to look for a job there.
You're crazy.
Yes, I was. So I did try to look for a job there, and I think the best offer I got was 4 million rupiah for salary, which is okay, not bad, but it's not enough to buy a ticket to come home. And
even my parents told you no.
I know it's a nice salary in Indonesia, but it's not enough for a foreigner, I'm afraid.
Yes.
And even then the company told me that they can't hire more foreigners because they had some kind of quota and they couldn't hire more. They filled up their quota. Well, I want to get dinner tonight. Thanks. That's a tough one.
Pretty. Why can't you?
Just a little hint there. Well, yeah, of course. If I didn't like the way you look, I wouldn't have married you, of course. So that's definitely a reason. It's very good that your sense of humor, your thinking, your mentality is very similar to mine, so we understand each other very easily. I think we really argue very rarely. When we have to make a decision, usually we get to the same point, we make the same decision. So it's just very good that it's very easy to live with you. weaknesses?
Gaining. I cry a lot, maybe. Less now. Back then, in the beginning, I cried a lot.
Yes, but that must have been very tough. Leaving your family. Yeah, back then you also tended to be very nationalist, I remember. I knew I should never say anything bad about Indonesia because you took it as a personal offense.
Even if it's true, so
yeah, you would defend Indonesia.
My thinking, it's okay if I say it, but you shouldn't say that. It's offensive. But I think I've changed.
Yeah, I think you are more reasonable.
Trying. So after living abroad, I see how other people live. I think it opened my mind a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, in certain areas, Indonesia does need to improve.
That's why I think traveling and, if possible, living abroad helps a lot. So you can put your own country into perspective.
Yeah. This lady is dating someone online from Hungary. It's been 2.5 years, but he's still embarrassed to talk about his work. But he did give some clues. First, he checks trucks on the street carrying stuff, sometimes on the border. And he also checks companies which have problems. What kind of profession is that?
So yeah, here in Hungary we do have an office called NOV.
Yeah, then customs office.
Yeah, I don't know their full name in Hungarian. I know that they do this kind of thing, so sometimes they like go on the highway and then they will stop trucks. And
we did see when we were going to Australia.
Yeah, sometimes they have siren as well in the car, and then they ask the truck to go to the rest area, and then they will check the papers, they will make sure what's on the truck is not stolen or anything like this, and they often go to the border as well to do similar checks to make sure nobody is smuggling cigarettes and things like that.
It's a good job, I guess.
Yeah,
it's a good job, proper job.
It's almost like being a policeman. Look or date?
I don't. This is offensive. Offensive question.
I'm not sure about the look. I don't want to judge them.
Yeah.
But actually, we are just a few months apart from each
Mei,
other.
Jun, July. 3 bulan. Well, I like his look first of all. But the first time, you didn't let me see your face for a long time.
Yes, because, well, I don't think I'm considered very handsome here or anything.
But because of that, I considered you as just a friend. You didn't want to show me your picture, so that was suspicious.
Well, yeah, I guess I wasn't confident about it. I still don't think I'm very handsome or anything like this, so yeah, it's strange.
But then I
don't
like
really
you.
want to share my look.
I like your face though.
Well, yeah, that's interesting. I mean, it's interesting, and that's also why it's interesting to have an Indonesian wife, that you learn that different countries, different areas, different races have different beauty ideal. So, for example, for you, you want white skin, right?
Yeah.
For me, if somebody is very white, then they are unhealthy. It's just not healthy.
Despite that, that's your natural skin color.
Yeah, because then that person is probably at home all day long, not going out to the sun. It's just not healthy.
Well, nobody forced us to get married, right? So.
Yeah, well, that goes back to how we met. So, of course, first it was just about Formula One, but then
we talked a lot. We were compatible, I think, as...
Yeah, I guess, and since then, I mean, we still talk a lot, and interestingly, we still chat online a lot.
Even though we are living in the same house. He's working, I'm working, we chat.
Yeah, but back then, really, it was crazy. So, I know you were staying awake until 8 a.m. and then going to school.
Yeah, I didn't sleep all night long, and then my mobile phone bill was $50, 500,000 rupiah per month, and that was a lot back then. my dad scolded me. Wow, what did you do? Oke, maaf kalau saya selalu lihat ke HP karena saya harus sortir pertanyaannya. Do I drool or something honestly? I
haven't noticed that. Sometimes you snore too. No, but that's what I like. So it's so easy to live with you. I mean, I don't have any problem with living with you. I don't know. It's just easy. It's just easy.
If I see you have very strong opinion about something, then I try to accommodate as much as I can. I think you're the same like that too. If you see I'm very angry about something, then you try to
maybe none of them are so stubborn, which helps.
Yeah,
that's the best. That every day is safe.
Safe. Let's say
we don't
safe.
scold each other.
If you scold me, I'll cry.
Yeah, I know, and when I panic, I tend to be a bit.
That's better too. Over the years.
I'm trying to pay attention to it, but sometimes I panic. For example, interesting, we've been living together for
almost 17
years, and we go everywhere together. We do everything together. Seriously, we hardly ever go out without each other. So far, we spent apart maybe 1 week.
When you were traveling,
I had to go to Australia, and that's it. We don't have much trouble with each other.
We're not bored of each other.
Yeah, so I don't know why it works, but it works.
Yeah.
And I feel super lucky because it works. I guess we also very often share the job, so I'm responsible for certain things, you are responsible for certain things, and then we don't mess with each other's responsibilities. So, okay, for example, if we go somewhere, then usually I'm the one who organizes it. When to go, how to park, how to get there, GPS stuff, I deal with it. And then you don't try to interfere with that. But then there are other things that, like running the house and so on, you do that. That's your business.
I choose the color.
You choose the color. That's what decoration you want. That's up to you.
Yeah.
And I don't care. So we also share the job.
Right. And sometimes, like you see, I have to edit. My deadline is coming, and I can iron.
I can understand.
So you have to mop the floor or something.
Sedikit bisa.
So
I did try to learn it, and it's easy language. I know some words, and of course it's rather passive Indonesian, so I can't really speak, but for example, what you say I can understand. Well, sorry, but the toilet habit.
You can even crouch like that, right?
Yeah, so that's strange, and also the pistol.
Bomb gun.
Bomb gun, that's it, bomb gun. That's interesting. Well, to be honest, strange. It's just the way of life is so different, but that's why it's awesome. It's going to Indonesia feels like going to a different planet, and it's just amazing.
And there are 250 million aliens.
Yeah. And in certain senses, it's probably better.
In some
other ways, maybe not.
Maybe not, yeah.
But I don't think I've ever had bad experience with Indonesia. I don't remember any case when, I don't know, they would shout at me or anything like this. They always welcome me with a big smile.
We did see something strange, like we missed our plane a few years ago, and we were about to check out, and then we saw a Bule couple going in.
Yeah, but that's their fault, yes.
Yeah.
They were strange.
Yeah, so jadi ada waktu itu kita mau check out dan ada pasangan bule masih muda, kelihatan lebih muda dari kita gitu, masuk sambil marah-marah, dan di luar itu ada taksi. Ternyata mereka keluar dari taksi, terus mereka komplain ke resepsionis hotel. Mereka bilang sopir taksinya mau scam mereka gitu. Di atas harga taksi, sopirnya minta Rp25.000 atau 12.000, saya lupa. Itu mereka baru datang dari airport ya. Mereka minta tolong resepsionis suruh bicara sama supir taksinya, jangan scam turis, mentang-mentang turis di scam gitu ya. Terus nggak tahu lah, resepsionisnya keluar ngomong sama supir taksinya marah-marah. Saya nggak bohong, memang beneran ini ada. Kalau nggak percaya telepon airportnya, pokoknya gitu. Terus saya ngomong sama dia, ini cuman Rp25.000 aja gitu loh ya. Maksudnya kalau kita sedang ada di negara asing, kita nggak tahu peraturan negara setempat, ya paling nggak ngalah aja. Apalagi Rp25.000 itu it's very small amount of money. Dan mereka itu beneran saking marahnya. Terus kalau kita biasa di airport di luar negeri ya, kadang memang taksi itu ada biaya parkir atau biaya surcharge, dan itu di atas harga yang tertera di argometer. Itu saya nggak tahu kalau di Jakarta gimana, karena saya nggak pernah tinggal di Jakarta. Mungkin kalian bisa komen di bawah apa bener ada surcharge atau apa taksi harus bayar segitu. Tapi menurut kami itu turisnya ini ya agak kebangetan gitu loh guys. Terus ditanya sama resepsionisnya, oke, sekarang sudah beres. Mereka ngomong bahasa Inggris ya, would you like to check in? Oh enggak, kita nggak mau check in, kita cuma mau minta bantuan aja. Terus ngeloyor pergi. Walah gitu. Nah kayak gitu-gitu, what do you think as a foreigner? Is that good manner?
I think that's called as secondary embarrassment.
Really?
When you feel embarrassed for somebody else.
Yes, oh my god.
So yeah, I'm sure it wasn't much money for them.
Nggak sopan gitu loh.
Yeah.
Dan supir taksinya sampai kayak mau nangis gitu.
Yeah, why for him I'm sure it meant a lot of money.
Iya.
No, I think I've been like this since I grew up.
Yeah, actually, I don't think many Westerners or Bule are like you. It's true. They like to go out for sure. They like to club.
That's nothing.
And then, yeah. So in that sense, you always take your family everywhere with you. So I think that's different. Well, there are other men like you, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah,
it's just that what we see in movies,
well,
they are
different
different.
world,
Yes. But again, Hungarian men are not like American men. They are different too, right? Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
What is one thing about Ayu's family, not Ayu personally, that is the most difficult to compromise with your personal values or the values of your family or parents?
Bling bling.
Bling bling.
I'm not sure.
Well, religion probably it's definitely different from your parents.
Well, it's different, but
Okay, I tell your parents I don't eat pork, they don't give me pork like that. They
Yeah,
try
so-
to understand, yeah.
yeah, I think they are also quite open-minded in that sense.
I think so. They don't force me to drink alcohol. Well, you don't even drink.
Yes.
So
I hate the taste.
I think it's
Yes.
okay. The government doesn't allow same-sex marriage, that's for sure. Hungary and Poland are the only two countries in Europe.
Yes, so now we have a very Christian, religious party that are leading the country, and yeah, they don't really like gay people, but I'm not sure whether people agree with them. So I don't think that people would be attacked in the street
Just
or
because
anything like
they're
that. Anyway, you can't see it
you
or
don't
anything.
know.
If I don't know, for example, there were two men holding hands, then I think people would watch them.
Oh really?
That they would find it strange.
But we don't see actually. We
But
never see.
you don't see it, so I think they have to be careful with that. Maybe
okay.
I can imagine. But I think even if two men did that, I don't think they would be attacked or anything like
But
this.
they will watch.
Yeah, I think they would watch them. Okay, that's a bit strange.
It hasn't happened.
Yeah, it hasn't happened, and I'm not sure. I'm a bit worried that we are too old for that, probably.
Yeah. still be in school and you have retired, and then what do we do? Yeah, probably
It's a bit late for
the factory won't work for so long anymore. Yeah.
Mommy, your brother is going for.
Oh really? Oh my gosh, what do we do?